We're going to walk you through the installation of the J&L oil separator for your V8 Toyota. Including the J&L kit is a fully assembled oil separator, a mounting bracket, mounting bolt, and some mounting screws. The tools you're going to need for installation is a 10mm socket, an extension, a ratchet, a Phillips head screwdriver, and a pair of needle nose pliers. Let's get started. Our first step, we need to remove our cover here, which is just secured by two 10mm nuts. Sit this to the side. Now our PCV line, it's the line here going from the intake manifold to the PCV valve. It's just got these little spring clamps. Depending on the age and if it's ever been replaced, it may be pretty loose. You know, rubber hose can shrink and get stiff over time. So use a pair of pliers and we'll get this hose off. Yeah, this hose is very, very stiff just from age. We'll try to get it off without breaking it. Well, as you see, that pulled right off. But it's just on little barbed fittings. Now we're going to go ahead and prep our oil separator for installation. So grab your oil separator and the mounting bracket. You'll notice that there's logos on both. Just align the two logos. And then you're going to use the supplied machine screws to mount the bracket to the oil separator. Now our mounting location for the oil separator, you'll see there's a couple of threaded holes here for M6 bolts. We're going to use the tallest one. So we're going to slide our bracket into place. Drop the bolt through the hole in the bracket and get this started by hand. And then the oil separator is going to sit square off facing the driver's side. Go and run that in. And you're just going to want to square this up so it just looks good, nice and straight. That bolt is serrated, so it will bite into the aluminum bracket. It doesn't need to be crazy tight. Remember, you're going into a plastic manifold. It is a metal insert. You know, you got a multitude of things mounted to the intake manifold already. But once that's done, you're going to have your two hoses here. These hoses are different lengths. They can really only connect one way. Before we connect them from your factory line, remove those spring clamps. We're going to reuse these. These are nice. They're constant tension, so as the hose ages and shrinks, it will maintain its tightness. So we're going to go ahead and install. They'll slide right on our hoses. This one's going to push onto the intake manifold. This is the longer of the two hoses. So we'll push that into place. And then we'll just slide our clamp up. And then we'll do the same for the PCV hose. Slide that up the hose. And then push it onto the PCV. And then slide your clamp up. And that completes the installation of that portion. Now all we need to do is put our cover back into place, align the two studs, grab your 10mm nuts, what we suggest you do is put 1,000 miles on the vehicle and then check the oil separator. The oil separator holds 3 ounces of fluid. Average collection on most vehicles is a ½ ounce to 1 ounce every 1,000 miles. It varies vehicle to vehicle, engine to engine. the type of oil you run, how hard you drive it, do you tow. Atmospheric conditions can play a big role in collection rate too. In the winter months, if you're in a cold climate, you will get condensation in the can also. That will happen inside of the can, and you'll get more of a milkshake looking fluid in it in the winter months. So if you're in a cold climate, you want to check it more frequently in the winter. But check it. All you do to do that, you just unscrew it. Pull it out. You're gonna dump the contents and wherever you would dump used motor oil. Most auto parts stores will take it. Obviously, some people keep track of it in like a Gatorade bottle, or something that's got a big mouth on that's easy to dump into if you don't have an oil change jug around. To reinstall, just gonna get it started, and you're gonna screw the reservoir all the way to the O-ring until the O-ring stops it, right? Just on that initial stop, like that. And then you're gonna give it about another half a turn. That's all it needs. If you over tighten it, it will be very, very difficult to remove later. Just like over tightening an oil filter, if you've done an oil change, or you ever been behind somebody that's done an oil change and the filter is extremely tight because somebody over tightened it installing it. The oil separator is the same way. So it's on an O-ring, so just be mindful not to over tighten it, especially if it's warm and that O-ring's a little pliable. It'll give you that false sense that it's not very tight. But again, just a half a turn is also all it needs. We do suggest after a year, or say 15,000 miles is on average for most people driving their vehicles every day, is that you take the oil separator off of the vehicle and you clean it. And how you would do that is, of course, removing it. There's a filter in the top of the can, and you can spray brake parts cleaner or carburetor cleaner through it and flush the filter out through the filter and the dirty side line, which would be here, the PCV. So let it drain out of the hose, and that's gonna get any sludge or grime or grit that's stuck in the top of the filter. It'll flush it back out to ensure your filter stays nice and clear. But really, that only needs to be maybe done once a year. If you have any questions, please reach out. Pretty simple one here. Take care of your V8 4runner, and we'll see you on the next one.